My name is Elizabeth Henriksen, and I teach at Fruita Middle School in Fruita, Colorado. Our school is quite unique with only having 6th and 7th grades. This uniqueness continues to our small agricultural town where we have 3 traffic lights and an enormous amount of nationally recognized mountain biking with the Colorado National Monument in our backyard. The Colorado River flows directly through our town, and our way of life depends on it in a multitude of ways, from household use all the way to recreational. Because of this dependence we have on the river, it is important for my 6th graders to understand 3 matters concerning the Colorado River. 1. How does our river come to us? 2. What has been our human impact on the river's ecosystems? And 3. What pollutants does the river carry? We began learning about the Colorado River watershed and discovered the ways in which the river reaches us. It flows from the Rocky Mountain National Park and continues to quench 5 other states and Mexico. However, in our research, we discovered that the river no longer reaches the ocean. My kids were astonished to learn that the Colorado River is the most endangered river in the nation and has lost millions of gallons of water in the past 20 years due to the increased demand from water users and its use. After learning about the limited supply and the fact that the Colorado River's distribution is of great debate, my 6th graders concluded that the water and how it's distributed must be addressed quickly. My 6th graders learned that the many ecosystems of the Colorado River have reached endangered or critical status, including fish like the humpback chub, bonytail, pike minnow, razorback sucker, and even our own river otters. The loss of habitat in the river, including the banks of the river, have been attributed to human effects via development or pollution. This forced my 6th graders to look at what they could do to stop the negative impact we are having on the river and its ecosystems, which led to creating a driving question. How can humans limit their impact, biologically or geographically, on the Colorado River and its surrounding systems? We also took water samples from the Colorado River, the school's water fountain, and used bottled water as a control test. They tested each sample looking for 9 different potential pollutants. Of those, iron, lead, copper, and some nitrites were found within the river samples. Students discussed if these elements found in the water were due to nature or to humans. Students began this project by creating a more specific question using their 2 bricks. We then took to the giant map of Colorado and learned how to map using National Geographic's MapMaker and Esri ArcGIS online. I introduced story maps to my class and gave many tutorials on how to make a good presentation. My students were asked to pick one of the 3 issues mentioned above they wanted to research and present. When we were ready, I let them go. They first distributed a survey using Survey 123. My school does not allow 6th graders to leave campus, so we had to be creative in circulating them. The kids decided the best and safest way was to distribute their surveys was through email, asking friends and teachers, and sent a link on social media. By doing this, they received a wide variety of answers. The data was very surprising, as many respondees didn't believe there was an issue with the Colorado River. We compiled this information into graphs and summarized it to be put into their presentation. Students were asked to have 2 parts to their presentation. The first was to select the media they wanted to show their presentation with, and the other was to develop a simulation, engineer a prototype, or create a public service announcement. As you can see, each group became more and more compelled while completing their own research and took action. They challenged themselves to engineer a prototype for a solution. Prototypes of drainage filters, innovative filter dams, and more use of productive hatcheries were developed just from asking that one driving question. Overall, this project proved to my students they are capable of identifying a problem, challenging themselves to do the hard work, solving that problem, and act on it for the benefit of the earth they will inherit. My name is Elizabeth Henriksen, and I teach at Fruita Middle School in Fruita.